hello, hello. We're back for another drive video. This is not a live. I confuse some people because I don't put up much video, but I would like to. I'd like to start doing it. I keep forgetting my around my neck piece that I could just set the camera in there and you could see what I see. I forgot it again. And that thing right there is an old phone holder. And I don't have the right magnet to just set it up there and not have to work with my hands. So I'm just gonna hold it and we'll follow this truck until it jumps off. I think it's headed to the highway like I am. I'm in the countryside, headed to Ohio. So another drive video. I hope you don't mind these. I hope these, listen. If you just want to look at pretty countryside, y'all, this is, other than making money, this is my favorite part of what I do. I love driving in the country. I absolutely adore it. I could live pretty much in any house I've seen and be completely happy for the rest of my life. But anyways, I would like to start doing some more of these. And maybe I will. Maybe I will. Oh, look at that one. Farmhouse. Just gorgeous, y'all. Just gorgeous. This is still in Indiana. I'm on my way to Ohio. We are in Amish country. Hopefully we'll see Amish buggy or something. To work with my Huck. I'm so grateful, you know, that I got a kid that needs his mama every now and then when mama needs money. So it works out, and I get to spend a lot of time with my kid, and that's fun. He's funny. His personality is a lot like mine. He's funnier than I am, to tell you the truth, and sometimes he's more annoying than I am. He looks exactly like his dad. Mannerisms, you can watch him move his hands, and it is exactly his dad's mannerisms. Get-go. His body type, his looks, the way he talks, the way everything is his dad except for his sense of humor. And he gets that from his mom. Because no digs at all, but his dad really didn't have a sense of humor. So he definitely gets that from me. In fact, I used to piss him off with my sense of humor. Look out there, you guys. Pretty sure that is wheat over there. All that yellow. This is the town that I just love. It's called Williamsburg, Indiana. It's just almost a dried up town. I don't know what started this town, but look at these houses. I love looking at old houses, wondering who lived there, what footprints were left there, what handprints were left on the walls, what memories, good and bad. I love it. I love old towns. I love it. I can't explain that enough. There's an old cemetery out there, guys. Oh, I need to go and visit it. And we're going to be coming up on another old cemetery at a church. And I think those are precious. I think that happened more down in the South, where people used to bury their loved ones at their church, in the churchyard. Still happens a lot over in England. Maybe I don't want it to rain. Still happens a lot over in England. But here in America, we've gotten away from that pretty much, unless you live in a small rural town or a small country town. We have big cemeteries now that people go into. But I love the old churchyards. I love it. So let me give a breakdown really quick what's happened over the last couple of days. In my 2 and 4th from Ohio back to Indiana. I'm working with my boy. I'll give you the highlight. Come on, don't rain. Yo. The highlight of this trip was, or this venture that I'm on with my son, which is going to be a long adventure because what he's doing, it's going to take him 16 months to get done. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me. A lot of driving, a lot of work. Y'all pray for my vehicles. Anyways, so my son's got a really soft heart. He's got a really soft heart, and so much so that he has to be reeled in sometime. Because you could give that boy a sob story, and y'all, he's just gonna be like, what can I do? You know, he's always been like that, and I've always had to get on to him about stuff because I knew people were taking advantage of him, including some family members, and that was really sad. But anyways, so he was driving to work. He also lives in Indiana, so he drives over there almost every day and to Ohio. And there was a homeless man that was right there, right by where he's working at, and he was holding up a sign that he was hungry and homeless. And so my son rolls down his window and he said, "Hey, you ain't too proud to sweep a floor, push a vacuum, and take trash out, are you?" And the man says, "Nope." And my son said, "Get in." Now that was last week, y'all. I mean, my son didn't know what was going to happen after the first day, right? He just took him to work and said, "I'll pay you to work." Under the table. And, y'all, this man, he's about my age. He's a hustler. He is getting it. You hear me? My son will tell you, because I talked about him yesterday with my boy. I was like, "How's he working out?" I didn't even know he came back, right? Y'all, he's been there every day since then. He walks up to my son, says, "I'm here for work." Because I was there the day all that happened. And when I left to go home, the man had already left. And my son had paid him, and he said, "Look," he said, "I'm going to be here for 16 months doing this." He said, "I'll put you to work. You need to earn some money, you come and see me. And you can earn some money here." And he said, "Whatever day you want, you want it, you need some money, come on in, and I'll put you to work for a little while and pay you." Y'all, this man has been back every day. He walks in, finds my son and says, "I'm here to work." My son's like, "All right," puts him back to work. No questions asked. Doesn't even know his name. Didn't ask. Because he wants him to feel comfortable. You know, like he's not getting into his business. He's not, judging him off of his life. He's a hard worker. He's clean. He's not, wherever he is, wherever he goes to at night, he comes back in clean clothes. He's shaved. Maybe he's just down on his luck. I don't know. But my son hasn't even asked his name because I guess he's done this before. He never told me, but I guess he's done this before. And people who, who are homeless, don't like to give too much of themselves away for whatever reason. And my son said half the time you don't even get a real name. And so he just learned over time, if they're decent workers, and just not to judge them, and give them work for however long they decide to work. And he said he's had some work just for one day. He never knows if they're going to come back. He never knows if they're going to work just for one day or if they're going to be there through the duration or whatever. And he always finds something for him to earn money at. And some days are different than other days, Some days it's a bigger job. Some days it's a slow day. So you're just running trash back and forth and, So this man has showed up every day for a week. And my son has put him to work. But he said, you just don't ask questions. He said, he said you could tell the good from the bad the first day. And the ones that, are just there because they need fixed money or whatever, or some people are just down on their luck or whatever. He said, I don't ask any questions. He said, I give them work and pay them for their services and send them on their way. But I asked him yesterday, I was like, how's he working out? And he said, Mom, he's great. He doesn't talk much. He doesn't have anything to say. He just lets me know when he's here. He's here before I get here. And he said, and then I pay him at the end of the day and he just walks away. And the first day, my son asked him, do you need a ride back to, where you came from? And he said, nope. And my boy said, okay. And he said, well, you know where to find me if you need work. He's been back every damn day, y'all. I mean...
Continue onto Williamsburg Pike.
You really have to respect that. You never know what people are going through. I mean, we don't know his story. And he doesn't have to tell it, But there's a story there, and
Use
God,
the left lane to make a U-turn at Enterprise Drive.
What the heck? I was doing what you told me to do, Tony. Y'all, I named my GPS person Tony after Maggie's.
Make a U-turn.
After our
keep
sweet.
right.
I did this before. I did this yesterday. Show did, Magnolia. This is exactly what I did yesterday because Tony gave me the wrong
Use the right
directions.
lane to keep right to merge onto I-70 East towards Dayton.
Towards Dayton. Lunch lady would be yelling at me about right now. She'd be like, Lee, get your GPS off of this. Do not let people know where you're going. Y'all, she checks me. I love my friends that check me because I feel like I keep right. I feel like I could be too trusting as well, and I just don't think about stuff. I just put it out there. My friends, especially Lunch Lady Boy, she's on it. If I'm not paying attention to my live or what I'm doing, if I'm doxing in any way, she's like in my shit, and I love it. You know you got something good going on when people genuinely care about,
Exit 1 onto US 35 East towards Eaton.
making sure that you're being as safe as possible. Because y'all, I'd forget my head if it wasn't attached to my shoulders. I just get into what I'm doing, and you could come and rob me blind. I promise you I wouldn't be able to identify your ass unless I'm really paying attention. I'd be like, wait, what do you need? What do you need? Oh, you need money. Hang on, I got it. That kind of thing. Because it's, focus. I'm trying to focus here. So I don't have time to focus on all the shit around me. But anyways, back to that story. I'm really humbled by this guy, and he don't even know it. I want to get into him. I want to get into his brain. Find out what's going on. What's going on, buddy? Tell me your life story. I've got about 3 hours. You know, cut all the little shit and give me the short version. And then come up on panel and tell my friends. We want to know. But in all sincerity, I'm humbled by him. I look at him and I watch him, and I'm just like, man, and I find myself praying for him. You know, listen, I just think it's a great story, and I wish more people were like that. Just don't. I mean, I would have been too scared. I'm not gonna lie. There's no way on God's green earth that I'm telling somebody standing on the side of the road to get in my car. No way. So thank God there are people like that give people a chance. And just maybe this guy, if it's just him, or if he's got a wife, or if he's got someone else that he's taking care of or whatever, they won't go hungry another night. You know? That's nice. That's nice. I think. So I like doing these. I didn't think I'd like this, but I do kind of like this. You can put me on 1.25 or 1.5 times fast, because I don't feel like I talk that fast. And you could throw me in while you're driving, or when you're cleaning, or when you're cooking, or when you're just bored because you're having to watch stupid stuff with your husband. You know, just put your earbuds in and listen to my dumbass self. That's good stuff. Just do me a favor. Hit the like or the unlike. I don't really care. Just let the algorithm know that we're here. I don't even know if it matters, really. You know, who knows? Who knows if it gets the algorithm's attention? Who knows what's going on? But for me, it's like when I say it lets the algorithm know we're here, hopefully it pushes it just a little bit further. That way, because I feel like there are some other people in this world, somewhere in this world, maybe one or two, that, sir, you should be in the other lane, sir. I know that's going to make me speed, but you really should be in the other lane. Anyways, maybe there's one or two other people in the world that are as crazy as we are, and needs the support that I feel like our family gives. Our family here, our YouTube family. Maybe there's another lady out there that just doesn't want to hide her crazy anymore, because God knows none of us do. Y'all, we're putting it straight out there on a platter. Y'all go ahead and feast from that, because none of us here, if this is your first time listening, welcome to According to Lenny. We ain't hiding nothing. We put it all out there. We're normalizing what it means to be a middle-aged woman going through middle-aged womanly things that, for myself, I'm speaking, stays pissed off half the time at nothing. So if you feel like that's your jam, y'all come on to the channel. Put your feet up, put you some slippers on, stay in your robe all day, grab you a cuppa, as Maggie would say, and just hang out. it's okay to be you. Just want to give a shout out to the Mad Mods. You guys, they're working overtime. Let me tell you how, even though I haven't been able to do, you know, regular lives like what we're used to doing. I've been doing some pop-up lives while I'm working, and then of course our Coburger Wednesdays and Thursdays, and everything else just seems to be when something's happening, I'll try to jump on, or when I got a second, you know, an hour to spend with you guys, I try to jump
2
on.
miles, take exit 1 onto US 35 East towards Eaton.
Oh, 35. Yo, I love the town of Eaton, Ohio. You people in Eaton, Ohio, I love your town. Anyways. The Mad Mods, y'all. Listen. They're working overtime. They have dug their heels in tightly. Oh, y'all, we're fixing to go through another state. Check it. Y'all, I always beep when I go into another state. I don't know why. It's a thing from my childhood. So I don't have to honk my horn here. I don't know why. My mom used to do it. I've always done it. My kids do it because they grew up with me doing it. It's just a thing. So here we go. Welcome to Ohio. It's just a thing. Just a tradition. So the Mad Mods, you guys, digging deep, going deep, researching this Coburger stuff. They're all passing it around, things that they're finding.
Use the right lane to take exit 1 onto US 35 East.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Tony. They're passing it around. They're redoing lives. They're going, if they, you know, some of my Mad Mods are in different countries.
Take the exit.
All right. We're going to take this exit 1 in Ohio. Some of them end up missing the lives. It just depends on when we can do them. Now, my daytime lives, we do our Coburger lives, absolutely. My Aussie friends are missing those for the most part because they're asleep or they're just waking up. So I'm just grateful that.
Continue onto US 35 East.
Alrighty, we will continue. I'm just grateful that they're invested in this too, and they want to know. And Mags, the co-host.
In 1 mile, turn right onto
All right.
West Florence Campbellstown.
Okay. She's almost every waking moment going through all this stuff too, and I appreciate that. I do, because you know, I do a lot of research, not by way of so much listening to other YouTubers, just because I don't want it ever said of me that I used someone else's content to run my own life. And also, if you like a YouTuber, like there's a couple out there that I really like.
Florence Campbellstown Road.
All right, wait a minute. All right, I have to remember this because this street gets me in trouble sometimes. All right, some of the YouTubers I really, really like, and I like the way they present it.
In 4.8 miles, turn left onto State Route 122.
Okay. I like the way they present it. I like the work that they do. But because I like them, they don't even know me, you guys. Because I like them and I feel a kindred spirit kind of with them, I don't want to be... I want to make up my own mind about how I see things. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to, when you really like somebody, to take on their view of things, because you're like, well, you know, they have you have a good relationship with them, even though it's one-sided on my side. You take on their view of things because they're just people you like. So you're just like, oh yeah, they're my friends, or, you know, so they must be right. Well, that's not true. I mean, I could be wrong in every damn thing I say. So it makes me feel really, really good to find out that at least the Mad Mods are doing their own research. They're out there. They're sharing with each other. They're going over it. They're asking each other questions. Oh, that makes me feel so good. And I hope some of you, I think some of you are, because when you come to chat, you guys have a lot to say. And I appreciate that. And what I really appreciate is that it's you've done your research, and some of us do vibe on how we think that this went down and who it went down with. And there are some that are just like, hold on, Leanie, this don't make any sense. Like, I don't think so. And they have a different opinion. And I think I love it. I love the difference of opinions, because how do you learn new things if somebody's not there to challenge you? You know what I mean? There's been many times somebody has said something in my chat that went against what I thought to be true, or brought up something new and I hadn't looked at it that way, and I'll have to get offline. And I'm telling you, Maggie and some of the Mad Mods, they can attest to this. I will get offline with you guys from a Coburger Wednesday, and I'm right back into the computer doing research, pulling up shit to try to figure it out, because I want to know too. And some things I have been able to find out from the chat that I either had wrong or that I didn't know about. I was like, wait, what? Or I was looking at it wrong, and then I go back and I'm like, oh man, that makes more sense. All right, that I can add that piece of the puzzle. So as long as you're respectful with it, I feel like, you know, we're never going to really truly know what's going on, or what's gone on, or what's happened until we get to trial. I think then we're going to get probably 97%, maybe somewhere right in there. It's going to be a high percentage, but it never is 100%. But we'll get the gist of exactly what went on that night, and, you know, if we were right or wrong about how we thought things went down, and if we were right or wrong about certain people that are involved in all of this, right? So I dig that aspect of it. And if you're new around here, we do Coburger Wednesdays, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we just, my co-host Maggie, who is a total celebrity in these parts, break down, you know, the latest news on Bryan Kohberger, and then on Thursday we kind of do a Q&A or a case recap. We just case discussion, anything we want to talk about, an open panel with people who, you know, have something to say about it as well. So if you're down for that, come along for the ride. Hit the bell. Make sure your bells are on so I can ring them.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
At the next stop sign, turn left. Now look at that farm right there. Oh, I don't know what the hell all those things are for. What are they called? Silos. And what I'm not. I do know. Let me tell you what I do know. I have learned. This long building is a chicken farm.
State Route 122.
So I don't need a farm with all the silos because I don't know how to work them. But this right here is my jam. That kind of farmhouse right there is my jam. what I want.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Wyatt Road.
In fact, that farmhouse probably owns all this over here, the silos and all that, because they don't have a farm or a barn outside their house. So that was probably all their property. And then when they brought a road through, they split it. So that's what it looks like to me. Pave paradise and put up a parking lot, y'all. That's a great song. I like Mark Cohen's version of it better than Amy Grant's. Just saying. Nobody cares, but that's just me. Look at this.
Turn right onto Wyatt Road.
Turn right onto Wyatt Road. I don't remember having to turn right on Wyatt Road. But here's the deal about Tony and I. My relationship with Tony. You know, the lady in my GPS. Is this Wyatt Road?
In about 10 miles, bear left onto State Route 177.
The thing about me and Tony is Tony takes me all different directions. I never go fully the same way every time. And I never come home fully the same way every time. I'll hit roads that I've hit before, but every now and then she puts me on a different road. And I think it's just because she knows it's my jam. She knows I like driving these country roads and seeing old farmhouses and old houses and old cities and old little towns and, you know, things like that. So I think Tony and I are kindred spirits. The problem lies in when it's pitch dark, because as you can see, there are no street lights out here. So when it's pitch dark, I get a little worried with Tony, because if she's putting me on a road like this that I've never been on, and it's pitch black out here, my GPS could go out, and I have no sense of direction. I get lost so easily, and I don't know north, south, east, west. Like, I couldn't tell you which way I'm going. I barely know left from right. Just something I never got. I know I recognize things. I notice things, landmarks, things like that. That's how I get around. If you take me 1 or 2 times the same way, I can always get back there. That's why I still have to have GPS going to Ohio, because Tony has taken me all different routes. But I'd be screwed. I would be utterly screwed if my GPS goes out here at nighttime. Oh, can you stop? Oh, y'all, I want that barn with that flag and everything on it. I want it. There's nothing like this. Nothing at all like being in the countryside. That is corn. It's a cornfield, y'all. And they say you're going to have a good crop as it is knee high by the 4th of July. That's how you want your corn to grow. If your corn is knee high, at least knee high, by the 4th of July, you're going to have a good crop. Successful. You won. Congratulations. You will eat this coming winter. It's a thing, really. Look it up. Oh. talk just to talk all the time. I'm trying to give you guys fact. Listen, I'm an educational channel. I got this truck that's on my ass, and I don't know why he doesn't go around me, because there's a broken yellow line right there, sir. It's a broken yellow line. That means you can pass me. The hills are alive with the sound of music. I'm also a musical channel. I know people don't like hearing me sing, but that don't mean I shouldn't sing. I used to be able to sing pretty damn good. Then I quit singing. Just to myself. I would sing. Quit singing and smoked more. Messed up my voice. Can't hang a tune in a bucket, but doesn't mean that I shouldn't do it, because people who sing, let me tell you about people who sing, especially people who sing that don't realize that somebody's listening. I used to, there was a girl who used to work for me a long time ago. When she was sweeping the floor, I used to hear her under her breath singing. I don't know what she was singing. Or she'd be humming. She was a younger girl. And she was always happy. Never knew when she was having a bad day. Never knew when she was sad or depressed. Because, and I chalk it up to, this is just me, that she had a song in her heart at all times. So then I gave it a try, y'all. Tried singing while I'm cleaning toilets and sweeping floors and shit. That didn't work for me. I'm still pissed off. That's because I don't have a happy heart. I have a every once in a while happiness. Dude, I really wish you would go around me, because you're making me nervous. You're making me nervous. More corn. Now this kind of corn, there's two kind of corn that I know of that people grow. And when I first moved to Indiana, I didn't understand. I just thought, oh damn, there's some corn. Right? Then come to find out, you know, because my brother-in-law is a true Hoosier. Woo! That was fun. Is a true Hoosier. I'm telling you, I've never been on this road before, y'all. Israel. Nice. And he's the one, his mother is the one actually that schooled me on it, about corn. Knee high by the 4th of July and how that's a real thing. And then she also said, you know, the corn that you're seeing around Indiana is not for us to eat. And I was like, no shit, who's going to eat it? I mean, who else would eat it? And the corn that we grow around Indiana is the corn that they sell to cattle, to horses and things. So there's not many fields here in Indiana that you see that the type of corn that they grow is actually for humans. It's mainly being grown for livestock. I thought that was very interesting. And she told me how you could tell if it was or it wasn't. And this is what she said. She said, the corn that's being grown for cattle, once it is like knee high by the 4th of July, it looks like it's all like just seeds thrown everywhere. It's all pinned together, right? She said, corn that is being grown for human consumption, it looks more rowed out even when it's big. Like there's more space in between the corn stalks. She said that's how you can tell. And then I asked her, that means to slow down for those that don't know, that are out of this country. that means you're coming up on a stop sign, ma'am, or a light. So, yeah, we put those on our roads for those that are driving around in the country in the middle of the night. I go walking in my sleep. All right, anyways. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. And then I asked her, what did I ask her? I asked her something really good. Damn it. Y'all, I can't remember. Oh, shit on a shingle. Alright, I'll have to tell you that story at a different time when my brain actually lets me remember, which is probably never. It was going to be good. So I think these are also like old farmhouses and things like that, and they just put siding up on them because siding lasts longer than real wood, which is what these farmhouses were made of back in the day. Alright guys, that is my beefcake calling, so I need to get off here. I will upload this. It's going to take all freaking day. At the next stop sign, bear left. It's going to take all day to upload this. I can't believe how long it takes to upload stuff. And hopefully it'll be out to you guys by later this evening.
At the stop sign, bear left.
Bear
onto
left.
State Route 177.
177. All right. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for keeping me company. Love you guys so much. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.